James sat at his desk, his textbooks spread out before him, and his mind clouded with doubt. He was preparing for the final exams of his senior year in high school, and the pressure was immense. James had always been a diligent student, but this time, the stakes felt higher. The results of these exams would determine his future, his chance to get into his dream college and pursue his goal of becoming a doctor. As he flipped through the pages of his biology book, James couldn't shake the feeling of inadequacy. What if I fail, he thought. What if all my hard work isn't enough? The fear of failure gnawed at him, making it hard to focus. One evening, while taking a break from studying, James decided to go for a walk. As he strolled through the park, he met an elderly man sitting on a bench, feeding the birds. The man's kind eyes and gentle demeanor drew James in, and before long they were engaged in conversation. The man introduced himself as Mr. Samuel, a retired teacher who had spent his life educating young minds. Sensing James's anxiety, Mr. Samuel asked him what was troubling him. James opened up about his fears and doubts regarding his upcoming exams. Mr. Samuel listened patiently and then said, "James, do you know what faith is?" James nodded, but Mr. Samuel continued, "Faith is believing in yourself and the path you're on, even when the outcome is uncertain. It's about trusting that your hard work and dedication will bear fruit, even if you can't see it yet." Inspired by Mr. Samuel's words, James decided to embrace faith. He realized that while he couldn't control every outcome, he could control his efforts and his attitude. Each day, James reminded himself of his goal and the reasons he wanted to succeed. He started to approach his studies with renewed determination and a positive mindset. Whenever doubt crept in, James would recall a quote Mr. Samuel had shared: "Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase." He understood that faith wasn't about being certain of success, but about believing that his efforts would lead him in the right direction. As the exam days approached, James felt a sense of calm that he hadn't experienced before. He had studied diligently, put in his best effort, and now it was time to trust in the process. On the day of his first exam, James walked into the classroom with a quiet confidence. He focused on the questions, answered them to the best of his ability, and didn't let fear dictate his actions. Day by day, exam by exam, James maintained his faith. He knew that worrying about the results wouldn't change the outcome. Instead, he chose to believe in himself and his preparation. His newfound faith allowed him to stay calm, think clearly, and perform to the best of his abilities. Weeks later, the results were finally released. James hesitated for a moment before opening the envelope that held his future. With a deep breath, he tore it open and scanned the contents. A wave of relief and joy washed over him. He had not only passed, but had scored exceptionally well in all his subjects. James's eyes welled up with tears of gratitude. He had done it. His faith in himself and his hard work had paid off. He rushed to the park, hoping to find Mr. Samuel and share the good news. When he arrived, Mr. Samuel was there, sitting on the same bench, smiling as if he had been expecting him. "Mr. Samuel, I did it," James exclaimed, holding up his results. Mr. Samuel smiled warmly. "I knew you would, James. Remember, faith is a powerful thing. It not only helps us face our fears, but also allows us to achieve what we once thought impossible." James's success in his exams was just the beginning. With his renewed sense of faith, he was accepted into his dream college and began his journey to becoming a doctor. He faced new challenges, but he never forgot the lesson he had learned from Mr. Samuel. Whenever he encountered obstacles, James would take a moment to reflect, trust in his abilities, and proceed with faith. His journey was still filled with hard work and dedication, but now it was also filled with confidence and belief in the path he was on. James's story became an inspiration to others around him. He often shared his experience with friends and classmates, reminding them that faith, coupled with hard work, could lead to amazing results. And so, James's journey continued, a testament to the power of faith and the incredible things it could help him achieve. Years later, James, now doctor, James Carter, found himself in a similar park, sitting on a bench, watching the world go by. He spotted a young student, looking anxious and lost, much like he had been years ago. With a knowing smile, James called the student over, ready to share the lesson that had changed his life forever. Martin Luther King Jr. says faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Without faith in this life, there is no greater accomplishment we can get. Everything exploits or plans we are making is based on faith. Even to wake up from sleep is faith. So keep your faith running strong and your life will end up with a testimony. Don't look at your present situation, rather make your tomorrow with a strong faith in being great.
Thanks for watching.